New environmental rules in California could make gas a whole lot more expensive. Right now, state regulators are trying to find that balance between how clean our air should be and how much we should have to pay for it. ABC 10 News reporter Moses Small joins us live with a look at what's at stake at a big meeting going on right now in Riverside. Moses, you've been watching this all morning. Break it down for us.
Jared, good morning. That meeting is still happening right now. The California Air Resources Board, also called CARB, is voting today on changes to California's low-carbon fuel standard. That's a set of rules designed to limit emission from cars and push the state towards other types of fuel. Critics say those proposed changes could increase gas prices by almost 50 cents per gallon by next year.
They lower the prices. It's too high now. I'm about to get me a bicycle.
That's how a lot of Californians feel about gas prices. Emission standards and taxes combine to create some of the highest prices in the country. That includes the state's Low Carbon Fuel Standard, or LCFS. It's been around since 2011, requiring fuel producers to pay the state based on what type of fuel they make and how much carbon that fuel emits. That cost gets passed along to consumers, usually about 12 cents per gallon, because it's more difficult for refineries to make gas that meets the state's standards.
And all of that adds up to cost because, unfortunately, the nature of things that are more are cleaner are more expensive, and the process to create these types of fuels can certainly be very cost prohibitive.
Now the California Air Resources Board wants to tighten its standards with the goal of reducing gas emissions by 20 to 30% over the next few decades. In a meeting today, supporters of the changes said it's time to cut emissions to clean the air and steer California towards alternatives like electric vehicles.
As we consider the future of California's transportation policies, we need to keep our air quality challenges in the forefront. About half of Californians breathe unhealthy air, despite all the progress we've made over the past 50 years.
But opponents say they're already paying too much at the pump, and the risk of higher prices may not be worth the reward. Last year, CARB predicted those changes could increase gas prices by up to 47 cents a gallon by next year and up to $1.80 by 2040.
California gasoline is only slightly cleaner than what's used in the rest of the country, and the cost difference is significant. It's staggering.
Experts, though, say it's hard to know exactly how gas prices could be impacted since it boils down to supply and demand.
When times are good, there may be a set cost that it could be, 15 to 20 cents more. But when things don't go to plan, the cost could be astronomical because it could be next to impossible to find other sources of this low carbon fuel standard that could be used in California. So the true cost could be higher.
That California Air Resources Board meeting about gas emissions is still happening right now, so you can stay up to date with this story on 10news.com. In studio, Moses Small, ABC 10 News.